Welcome back, Generals, to another Let's Fix Generals 0 Hour to make the best game ever. Good, last session we continued looking at the disaster that is NetPacket. Let's see what's new here. Remove superfluous city management code. Yeah. Resolved outstanding comments. Cabal approved these changes. Okay. Music playing from city. Next 8. Group of 8. Okay. One of the music tracks. Game engine. Okay, cool. Okay. Okay. Cool. Then okay. Blah 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 blah. Looks good. Okay. Okay. Then I guess this one would be ready to merge. Do we have other changes that we can merge? Yeah, let's merge this one for starters. City management code. City management. City checks and code. Okay. Squash. Blah blah. Investigations revealed that the music big handling was primarily a copy protection mechanism rather than for streaming audio. The attempted to read a specific file from the archive to verify a hash. Failure to read this file would trigger copy protection. This mechanism has been found non-functional from the start and is now removed. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay, there you go. Done and dusted. Good. What else can we merge? Let's see. Let's see. This one and this one. Increase doubles memory buffer memory usage for all builds, which wasn't mentioned in previous thread discussions. Mix messages. Bug fix network. Okay, let's merge this one. Okay. And this one still needed work. Okay, what else? This one needs to be replicated to generals. Yeah. Fix object list order. What about this one? I think here we still had outstanding comments. Yeah. Okay, then nothing else ready to merge, even though we have a lot of approvals here. Okay, this one is looking at, but not now. Not now. Good, then let's get back to our code. So, so we need to xtextlen. xtextlen. Variable fields. Data. Yeah, so I'm still not 100% sure how to implement this. Net packets. Disconnect vote commands. Disconnect vote commands. Disconnect vote commands. Yeah. So I'm thinking that maybe we should have we create a new message, a packet struct up here, then we pass it down here, and this one decides whether we use certain fields or not, right? Because this guy essentially checks for the same things, right? Checks for this and this and this and this, like all the same conditions here. Then we say if uses these. Yeah. So I think what we need is, first thing, net packet structs. We need a small. Let's call it small net packet frame, net packet commands, net packet command prologue. And then in there we take take these guys. Take this guy and this guy. So we call this data header. Command ID. Player ID. Frame ID. What? Just frame? What is it called? Frame. But the order, does the order matter? don't think so. The order probably doesn't matter. So we have frame. Relay and command type. Okay. And then we do bool use command type. Yeah, use command type, use relay, use frame, use player ID, use commands ID, and use data header. Use data. Now data is pretty much always used, right? Yeah. So then we also create a constructor in here, and we initialize all of these to false. Let's make it 1 bit. Use frame false. Use player ID false. And use command ID false. Okay. Okay, so this is our prologue struct, and then we do data header. Data header. Prologue. Command. start with the type. Relay, player ID, command ID. What about the frame? Command type, relay, player ID. Command type, relay, player ID. Can you show me some frame here, maybe? Frame. Here, frame is before player ID. Yeah, okay, then this order makes sense, yeah. Okay, cool. So I wonder if the header should be in here, but probably should. Yeah. Probably should. Prologue. Let's call it the base. Base. Command base. Okay, and then, so now I wonder, should we make a copy of all of these guys here or not? Index. Data. So I wonder if we should do the following, where we create here a data like this, and then we move these two in here because they will be shared with others, right? So we have data, and then we would use it here like this, data. So we have data header and then data. Let me take this guy and put it to the very tippy top. Yeah. And then, so here we have command data. So now we should get some compiler errors in here. Yeah, let me find that up here, yeah. There. So basically here it should now say data like that, and then is that it? Nothing else? Is no one reading it? Huh. Run ahead. Fill buffer. Okay, I guess that's fine. Yeah, okay, let's do the same for the other guys here. So also take this one, make it data. Then we take these guys and move them here. Data. Maybe we should add a few. To keep the overview here, so like this. Okay, so we have these guys, and then in here we have these guys. Okay, data. This one has data, so we make a copy of this data. Data, okay. This one has data. Okay. So far, so good. Data, data, and by the way, I'm wondering. Okay, let's just keep going for now. Data, player index, data, this one doesn't have any data, then we don't need that. Data, data, field, okay, data, okay, data here. Let's remove this one here, and then we say here variable fields. Put this in here. Data. And then here we can use the same thing. Data. Okay. Data. Data. Okay. data. Okay, data header, data. Okay, data. Okay, and this one as well, data. Okay, fantastic. Then, so now we have these guys split, and hopefully that will be helpful. Good. Then next step. Next step is maybe we make it byte, send byte. So this struct is now so down here we say size t get get packet size. Say get get unused packet size. Packet command base. I don't like the gas. Maybe I would say we create a function So we need one function where we say copy used fields, and then we provide a unsigned byte buffer, and then that's it. Buffer copy used fields, and then we return size t, the size. So do if use command type, if use command type, then copy buffer command type, size of command type, and then size t written 0, return written, then we do written plus equal size of this, and then buffer plus equal that as well. Then we do the same for relay. Picket structs. Maybe we should have a CPP for this then, but no need for now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Then we have use frame, use player ID, and use command ID. And then here we do relay, frame, then player ID, and command ID. Okay, and then down here, last we do copy buffer data header, and written plus equal that. So with this function we can get this, we can write, but then we also need a function, I think, size t get used fields size. I think this can be const. And then here is similar. Size t size. I think we can do a size of this, size of this, and then yeah, I don't like that. Let's do it like the other one. So we have this. I wonder if we should have a loop. Well, for this we could loop, but for these we can't. No. No, we can't loop here. These guys can't be an array because they have different sizes. What do they? 2 bytes, 2, 5, 2, 3. This one we could loop, but it doesn't help if we can't loop these, so I think it's fine. Then we just say that we just remove these lines here. I think here we can also just rename it to size, so it's consistent with the other one. Okay, so basically this one will copy the fields, and this one will just get the size. Copy used fields, get used field size. Get size of used fields. Okay, I think this looks good. Yeah. Get size of used fields. Okay. Okay, I think that's nice. It would be then good to move these guys into a CPP. Okay, but before we do that, we need to fix the compiler errors here on the other side. Net packets. So there we expect a lot of red here. But this should be easy to fix. We just say data. Oof. Okay. Oh, why is it deleting this name when we type data? That's weird. Data, and then we press dot, and then it would disappear. That's wild. Data dot, that worked. Data dot, and it disappears. It removes the text. That's weird. Why would it do that? That makes no sense. Data. That's really weird that it deletes the text behind it. Why would it do that? These people that implement these text editors, they never use their own text editors. And then they don't find these bugs because they don't actually write code. They just probably now prompt AI, right? I mean, what the hell is this behavior? Like you type and it just removes part of the line. What is this? It's outrageous. So, check data. Okay, good. So this was good. Then let's see if it still compiles. Let's see if there's something to look at here. No. Okay. Okay, we made a bit of progress. That's nice. Now, as for this guy here, so that's in Game Network. Let me take a copy of this guy. Let's go to include. Let's go to source Game Network, core game engine source. Yeah, and then we add a new file, new text document. Yeah, and then we name this .cpp. And then we search for netpacket struct cpp, which is here. No, where is it? Netpacket cpp place. There we go. So netpacket structs. There we go. Then here we press on generate. And then we wait. Okay, I think this refactor here, this comment we can remove. It doesn't really help the next reader. Like the whole thing will basically be refactored. So netpacket structs. So here we include game network, packet structs, and then we delete all of this except these here. So we take this. And this. And we delete all the rest. 1, 2. There we go. Then we go to the declaration, and then we delete this here. And then we remove this here. Good. Okay. Then this is hidden away. That's great. Okay. Then let's see if that compiles. It does. Okay. Then next, we will have to let's start with one packet. We start with here, how about we start with this guy? Run ahead command. That has some nice data in it. Yeah? So what we need to do now is we take this guy and we call this small. Yeah, and then we take our base here. And where's it? Yeah. Then we take this base. And then remove all these guys, and we have this base and data. Yeah. And then we search for run ahead command in net packets. Here, run ahead command. So, and now need new command ID. Need new command ID. Need new command ID. Okay, how do we deal with this guy here? Is this always the same? Let me search for this guy and let's review all the guys. Need new command ID. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, but this one does not. Because it doesn't have one. Okay. Fair enough. Next. Yeah. Yeah. New command ID. New command ID. Why don't we just say so if the last player ID is different, then we need a new yeah. Okay, so I think what this translates into is if we have this, then if use command ID or use player ID, if one of these, then we do this, right? Need new command ID. Yeah. Yeah. I think that will settle it. Fair enough. It's always written and marks the end of the packet commands. It's the end of the command. Okay, so this makes sense. Then let's go again to the run ahead command. Is it here? So oof. Commands. Okay, so now the fun part starts. So I think we need to create a small command and we call it packets. Yeah. And then we need to pass this packet here in this function. Yeah. So we just work on this one guy for now. Yeah. It's a proof of concept. Okay. So we call this packet. Okay, let me go back in here. Oh boy, that's not where I wanted to jump to. Ugh. Ugh, it somehow can't jump the weird packet. So. And then we say packet. Here we say packet dot base dot use command type. Can just say Yeah, I would say we do the following. We do this. And then use relay. And then execution frame. Use frame. Okay, so far so good. And then use player ID. Okay. And then use command ID. Then we take this. Okay. Okay, so these would be these guys, and then these guys are all good, and then we do there's room for run ahead message, yeah. And then we simply do what is the size of this guy? It's also an int. We do size t. It's so strange that he uses this. Huh. Okay. I have to wonder. Get command ID. Is there any other? Oh. Okay. Okay. Okay, we better not change that, yeah. I was just wondering if we could use message here for all of these instead of command message, but we have to use command message because some of these structs have their own custom implementation. It's not a virtual function. Interesting. Good, then we just keep it exactly like that to not break anything. So we have a size t here, and then we put the len, and then we say len is this one packet dot base dot get size of used fields. There we go. There we go. Get size of used fields. Can make that const. Then we can delete this guy here and this one. And yeah, and this is significantly shorter, I would say. Okay, so this is great. And now we would also be able to here say, let's preserve these comments here. Necessary, put the command ID into the packet. If necessary, put the player ID into the packet. Okay. The relay. Put the command type. Here we say always writes the data header and mark the end of the command. Okay, fantastic. Good. So, and then what we can do now is we have this guy, we send it to this, and now we can basically now do packetlen plus equal packet dot base dot copy used fields, and there we give our buffer this packets, right? Yeah, packet, and then that's it. So, and now basically we should be able to remove all of this junk here. Everything. All of these. Ah, hold on. There's a problem. There's a problem. Yeah. There's a problem. We also need to assign here last command type. Nah. Last command type. How do we write this? So essentially, we would have to write it like this, right? The condition here, and then we would here write 1, and then last command type. Also this. But that's a bit more. Can we do it simpler? Yeah, that's a bit much. How can we write this short? Nothing that comes to mind. Is room. Is room. How do we check is room? I have an idea. So we don't do this here. Instead, we add a function. By the way, we can make this also const, right? Const. So I'm thinking we add a function here. These are all private, protected. Void update refresh refresh this get relay thingy here. Get relay. Get relay. Get relay doesn't exist in here. Why don't we just also call this here command message? Oh, it doesn't exist. Has no member get relay. Oh. Huh. Interesting. Get command Okay, let me write a template function. But oof. So template, type name, command message, let's call this net command message type, and then void update update last used field values, base field values. Okay, and then we pass a message and this. Let's pass it as reference, and this as well. Message and command message. Okay. Then we take this and put it here at the end. Net packets. Okay, and then we say if this, we also need to pass a packet. So we pass this as const. Okay. We put a packet base, small packet command base. Let's just make it base. Okay. So we have these guys, and then we do if this, then why is this complaining? Declaration is incompatible. Why is that? I don't know why this is incompatible. It looks compatible. Declaration is incompatible with function template. So if this is true, then do m last command type equals that. If use relay, then message get relay, and so on and so forth. Use frame. see this here real quick. Get ID. Command message, get ID. Well, this one is always written last command message. So we're looking at player ID. Where's it? Player ID here, last frame. Okay. Last frame, yeah. Okay. So here we're looking at get player, get execution frame, get relay. Okay. Last player ID. Last frame and last relay. There we go. Okay, so this should work. Okay, except for the compile error here. Declaration is incompatible. Why? Small net packet command base. Net packets. Net packets structs.h. Okay, that appears to help. Good. And then what we can now do is call this function run ahead commands. Yeah. Run ahead command, and then we have here packets. Packet blah, okay, blah. Packet len, packet base. Could be used fields, packets. And so we should now be able to remove all of these things. Yeah, all of this. And then debug clock level. Do we want to preserve this debug log level? I don't think so. Let's remove that. Okay, good. And then packet field types data, and then tickets. We have an error here. This one needs to be plus this, yeah. And then copy used fields base. Copy used fields. Maybe we should also have a copy used fields function in here. So copy used fields buffer, okay. Okay, and then here would say I would say size t size equals base dot has no member copy what so base dot copy used fields buffer plus equals size, and then used fields. How about we rename it to just get size? And this one to just copy fields. copy bytes. Copy bytes. What we do? Plus size. Plus size. That looks a bit simpler. Then here we do size t, copy bytes, unsigned byte, buffer, const. Then make a copy of this data, copy bytes. Then we do then copy buffer plus size, run ahead, and this size plus equal this. Return size. Okay, and then here we do plus equal data dot copy bytes buffer plus size, and then return size. Okay, this looks simple enough. Okay, cool. Copy bytes, yeah. And so now what happens is here, what we do instead is packet.data, and we write frame rate run ahead and frame rates. So we have this run ahead data dot run ahead equals that, and this is get frame rates. Yep, like this. Okay, and then packet len plus equal this, and then we do this copy bytes. And now we should be able to remove these guys. I think that's it. Yeah. If I didn't make a mistake, then this should replace all this code with a nice simple struct. No, we got compile errors. Never mind. Undeclared identifier. Ah, it's base. That's why. Okay, fair enough. Okay. Now that looks very, very promising. No, we still haven't failed. God damn it. Aha. Aha, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. This looks good. Okay, it compiles. Then let me look over the code one more. Now this is just for one, but this was the hardest part, to get this right first, and now we would need to do the same thing for all the other guys, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay. This looks pretty good. Now we have a lot of junk in here. There. Yeah. It looks really promising. We get rid of a lot of junk. A lot of junk. Yeah. This looks very, very promising. Okay. Well, there will be a work ahead of us, obviously. But should be pretty okay. Good. Then I think I will end it here. It's been 1 hour 40. Yeah, I don't want to get my head now into more. I think this is like a good break point for the session. Yeah. Then next session we will test this if the run ahead command still works. Yeah. Let me already put a breakpoint here. Yeah. And if it does, then we can start replicating the same principle to all the others. Yeah. Which will be a bit of monkey work. Yeah. But okay. It'll probably take, I don't know, 4 hours or so to get it all done, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, but I'm happy with the progress. This looks very promising. I understand what's going on. It looks like it is correct, but yeah, we would need to test it. Then we can also add cons to all these guys here. But I think then the first thing would be to create more of these structs here and implement these copy bytes functions for all of these. Yeah, this would be the first step. Okay. Good. Then I will end it here. I wish you a great day or night until next time. Goodbye.